Okay, welcome everyone to the advanced seminar, the first, second Saturday advanced seminar for 2015. What was the topic for this seminar?
Alterations.
Alterations, good. What are the two rules of alterations? Two and only two rules.
Capture the moon.
Capture the moon. If the follower is the moon, the leader is the earth. After you capture the moon, what do you do? Change her direction. How many steps can each of you make? It depends how you define it, but you can make three kinds of steps: forward, side, and back. Some people say two, just cross or open. But in either case, let's just start with, let's use three. And then how many combinations would that be to either side? 9 to either side, 18 total. Good. What makes an alteration spicy?
Close.
When you
Change the rhythm.
close before, yeah, you can change your rhythm too, but how do you set up the spiciness?
Shared access.
When you capture the moon, you
Slow down.
You get close.
you get close to her. Okay, so that foot she's stepping towards, you get close to that foot, that axis. And then that allows you to change the rhythm and give her the tango slingshot energy. What two rhythms, what are the two fundamental exits or rhythms that we use once we change her direction or follower's direction?
All slow.
Exactly. All slow or quick, quick, slow. Good.
Followers. So this idea of stepping close when they capture any of our steps, but especially the back step, when they are capturing our crossing back step. What does it prevent, although it's not always successful? The AOR, the automatic ocho reflex. Yeah, so the hope is that followers, if they are stepping so close, we can really feel their hips, and their hips are giving us that block. Also, what is another thing that can help us understand that it's not an ocho?
The man folding a little bit. Awesome.
Okay? And then, whose axis is the ocho based on?
Follow.
The followers. And whose axis is the hero or the molinete based on? Leaders. So followers, a lot of times, could you come here, Homer? A lot of times, the simplest thing here is really the idea of waiting. I've let my follower, I've let Homer arrive on his back step, but then I kind of stop. I'm pausing. I'm not doing anything in my embrace. If I turn Homer on his axis using the turn of my spine, that's an ocho. But if I lead Homer around my axis as I turn my spine, that's a hero with an alteration. So a lot of times, followers, is this really simple idea of waiting. Yeah? And in this waiting time, what are we trying to do with our technique? What was one of the things that we talked about when we take a step? To give ourselves...
Really arrive?
Yes, to give ourselves permission to really arrive. However that may mean for you. If it means connecting with the four corners of your standing leg, your new standing leg, or maybe you just connect with the front too. It's fine, but really arrive with stability and security and confidence, because you're going to use that new leg to power your next step, whether in an alteration or also or something else. Yeah.
Let's use Hai-Ho's example. What was your example alteration? What step of hers and what step of yours?
Back step.
And your...
Sorry. The whole forward step and my back step.
But when you first showed it in class, you did her back and your side. Let's
That's
stay
the
with that.
first example.
Yeah, first example.
Yeah.
So, what kind of entrance was that? Linear. And this is a semi-trick question. How did I exit? I started with That's circular. Good, you caught it. 2 steps of the giro, and then the third one I stepped out. But we have different ways to get in and different ways to get out. What's another way to get into this? Yeah, ochos. So the same one, if I'm doing a with ocho, I'm really accompanying my follower. Now I have to define my line of dance. Let's say it's this way towards Mark. And then here's a totally linear exit. Okay, so you have 3 ways to enter and 3 ways to exit in general. There are some weird, interesting variations, and in the demo maybe we'll show you, like a kind of cicada rock stepping kind of entrance. Okay. What else did you pick up today in class?
Outstep your follower a little.
When you capture the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And usually the rule is at her midway point of her foot or beyond. So for the back step, this is too short. I know Charles can't see it, but beyond her foot is nice, at least the midway and beyond her heel. One for the camera. So this is too short, at least midway or beyond her heel. Really helps you set up the pivot point and the spice. Okay? If you don't do that, if you just step far away and anywhere, it's still going to be an alteration by the rules. You're just not going to have the opportunity to make it as spicier together. What else did you learn? There's probably a lot of things swimming around in there.
Keep your hips close to each other to allow for the ganchos, but also just for the changing accents and changing direction.
Yes, so when you capture the moon, again, the spice enables stuff like ganchos, and we'll try to show some of those in the demo. Anything else, Alessandra? What's important for you to remember?
Arrive a little bit later and stay a little behind the leader.
Good, as opposed to rushing your step. So it comes back to the basic turn technique. Okay, leaders, what kind of turn are we doing?
Oh.
Good, Mary. So you can push, but I try to use a lot of pull, and I'm trying to encourage you to also use a fair amount of pull. Even if you have some push going on as well, open up and pull. Okay, so we'll do a little demonstration, and then we'll have open practice. We'll go for about an hour or so. Probably go till a little past 9, actually, so an hour and a half.
Lucy.